The Leafs lose 7-2. Let me start over. That wasn't a loss. Leafs get annihilated 7-2 at the hand of the New York Rangers. Before I talk about how bad the game was, let me just say that I think they needed that. Like, I know they feel bad, but they needed a game where they just really look inside themselves and say, what the heck is going on, boys? I know it's only 5 games into the season, but let's look at some of the other teams in the East that have only played 5 games. Ottawa, 6 points. Tampa Bay, 6 points. Philadelphia, 7 points. New Jersey, 6 points. And Buffalo has 5 points in 3 games. And all of those teams are currently in a playoff spot. Now, I don't expect Tampa Bay, for example, to be in one of those playoff spots by the end of the season. So certainly things change. But come on, 1 point out of 10? You're on the verge of missing the playoffs for a 5th straight year. Again, I know it's only 5 games in, but show me another team with less than 2 points. Oh wait, you can't. The Leafs are dead last in the league. But it's the first time the Leafs have ever started a season this way. Let's think about that for a second. The organization that would go on to become the Leafs in 1927 started in 1917. So this team has managed to lose on a level that has not been seen for over 90 years. You know how long ago that is? Women couldn't even vote in this country. And you want to make the playoffs, yet you're already like 5 points behind some playoff teams. And if you think making up 5 points is easy, just remember to the last month or 2 of the season for the last 4 years. In 05-06, the Leafs won almost every game down the stretch and still missed the playoffs. And people want to rag on Toskala, and I'll finally give it to you. Yeah, awful. But a wet Kleenex would give this guy better defense. After the Rangers score the 4th goal, the whole team piles into the crease and is celebrating right in Toskala's face. And where's Colton Orr? I don't know, probably fighting Donald Brashear somewhere. Team toughness, my foot. Obviously, you can't just Dale Hunter a guy after a goal, but come on. The penalty Jason Blake took after scoring the Leafs' 2nd goal was astounding. Pretty much putting on a clinic of what not to do after scoring your goal. You take a penalty, heading into the 3rd period, killing all the momentum you had, and getting rid of your team's power play. And people are always saying, bench Jason Blake, bench Jason Blake. And I normally disagree with those people. But if you want to shake up the team, maybe it's time. Mikhail Grabovski always has the puck. That's great, right? -3 yesterday. Can't win faceoffs to save his life. He was 50% in that department yesterday, which is awesome for him. Nikolai Kulemin. Tons of chances, never converts, too easy to knock off the puck. And people are always talking about how much Stempniak and Mayers stink. Can you give me a link to the game you're watching? Because I'd like to see it. Against a goalie that wasn't Lundqvist, Stempniak might have had 2 goals yesterday. Victor Stalberg has been cleared to play. Yuri Tsalusti has 3 goals, 4 points, and a shootout goal in 3 games. Now, why Kulemin is on this team instead of Yuri Tsalusti must be a contract fit. Grabovski can't win any faceoffs, and he's clearly no good defensively. Let's try Tyler Bozak. And the problem with the plan I just gave you is I sent like $5 million down to the Marlies. So what do? Prediction? Joey McDonald gets the start in net today against the Avalanche, and the Leafs will win. Or at least they better, because then fans can really hit the panic button. And here's why. Looking at my calendar, they play today against the Avalanche, then they don't play again until Saturday against the Rangers, and then they don't play again for a week in Vancouver. You're playing one of the surprise teams of the NHL season so far, a team that killed you 7-2, then waiting a week and going into one of the most hostile markets in the NHL. Which one of those games seems winnable? And I can rant and rave all I want. I can say, next time Boschman pinches when he shouldn't have, you should bench him. Next time Komisarek takes a stupid penalty, you should bench him. Kulemin, Blake, and Grabovski, bench him, bench him, bench him. Doesn't work that way. So let me for a second, I don't know how I'm going to do this, be positive. Joey McDonald. You were signed as the 3rd string goalie, and all of a sudden, it's you who can win the Leafs' first game of the season. What are you going to do with this opportunity? You played on the Islanders last year. Surely not having a defense in front of you isn't new. Victor Stalberg's been cleared to play. Victor, this team can't seem to score, and when they do, it's lucky. What are you going to do? Let's pretend Tsalusti gets called up. You're a goal-scoring machine in the AHL, but you haven't been able to do it in the NHL yet. Can you prove your critics wrong? Hansen or Bozak get called up. Management has called you guys part of the future, and the future is supposed to contain winning. Will you make that future now? Will you take every opportunity you're given to make this team? Leafs are playing 2 games in 2 nights. The Marlies haven't played since Sunday and don't play again till Friday. Leafs haven't won yet. The Marlies are rested. And accountability is supposed to be the name of the game this year. What better time for these kids to try and make the team? Now, I'm trying not to be one of those fans. You should bench the whole team, trade the coach, and trade all the goalie. You can't do that because it's unrealistic and, well, dumb. But at this point, let's start trying some things. Example, last night I saw a video on Leaf Space by a guy named Cherry Taylor. He told me to take all the jerseys off my wall because he thought they were bringing the team bad luck. Hey, don't look at me like I'm crazy. Patrick Waugh used to talk to his goalposts, okay? So next game, there it is. Let's see if it pays to be insane. So that's it for me. I'm done. Leafs just lost 7-2, earning their worst start in franchise history. I know you have things to say. Let me see your video responses. I'm going to post Cherry Tyler's latest 2 videos because his opinion's a little different from mine and I think it's good to see that. But that's the end of my video. And one last little tidbit. The Leafs always seem to overperform in March when everyone thinks they stink. Well, it's October and you stink. Prove me wrong, Leafs. I dare you.